6-star arena, Act 7.2, the Carina's Challenge, Thronebreaker rewards. Finally, Summer of Pain, a whole new bit of masteries. We're bringing relics into the game, and that's just getting started. This is Too Long Didn't Read for the Dev Diary. Let's get into it. We've been asking for this dev diary for ages, and kabam is delivering today. How's it going, everybody? robvonshoe here. This is the Too Long Didn't Read abridged version of the dev diary notes. If you want just the interesting bits here, I'm going to lay it out and got the timestamps down below too if you want to jump ahead to a specific section. So depending if you like the new solo mode for Alliance War, go jump to that. If you want to talk about the 6-star arena, go jump to that. I want to talk about the relics and the new masteries, jump to that. But let's get straight away into it. Starting off with 7.2, we have 7.2 dropping on the 19th. We have no idea about the prizes just yet, but it's already been announced for 7.3 coming in November. Here's hoping the prizes are going to be extra spicy. We could still have the mythic titles as well. We got a quick tease for the next variant that's coming in November based on around Deadpool. Here's hoping we finally get a red Deadpool again. And we've got the Carina's Challenge. It's the Thronebreaker Challenge based around existing content being played with different characters, different rarities for the extra challenge. The loot pool is insane. I got a link to that video up above. The embargo is separate from this video, that's why there has to be a second one. Thanks, kabam. But check that out. It is very, very exciting. But that's not all for the Thronebreakers. Coming in June, we have something called the Grandmaster's Gauntlet. It is Abyss of Legends Light. So it's 20 fights, Abyss level fights, Abyss level nodes, capped off with the nameless Thanos at the end. Prize pool unspecified. I'm wagering it's going to be rather spicy, but that is one more end game bit of content we get to look forward to, in addition to the Summer of Pain. This is it. They are a year late on the Summer of Pain, but the Summer of Pain is a thing. It is coming. It's starting in June, running through August. Once a week, there is a boss rush of sorts where it's a one boss, one fight, one node. You got KO the boss for the prizes. On one hand, it's using existing characters at lower rarities for a challenge. The second bit is like, hey, it's a new Abyss, right? And then third bit is very much similar to the Summoner Showdown, where it's like, hey, one boss, one fight, go for it. For newer players, they're going to wind up combining Acts 1 through 3, streamlining that experience so you can save energy and get uncollected, because that is going to come in handy for the arena, but we'll get to that in a sec. They're going to be making some adjustments to Alliance War, with some small callouts right now saying that they're going to be adjusting the loyalty store, assuming it's 6-star Colossus. The most important bit here is that the 3 Alliance War boosts, especially that indestructible that we just always are waiting for, is going to wind up becoming a permanent fixture in the loyalty store. So every week it refreshes, you can get some, it's a guaranteed thing, and that way we don't have to go 3 months between boosts again. That's appreciated. They're increasing the level cap, reducing the timers, which is very nice, and at the start of next season they're going to be introducing a new style of mechanic that is not outlined here, but we'll have to wait and see how that plays out. One other thing to note is that they are going to be rebalancing the top 3 tiers. I'm assuming it's going to be either expanding the number of teams that can wind up fitting in the top 3 tiers, possibly readjusting the prizes, but looking like it might shake things up a little bit. More interesting than all that is the solo mode, which is effectively Alliance War for solo people. So it's the same sort of bit. You lay out a defense, somebody else comes up, but it's you versus them as opposed to your entire alliance versus another entire alliance. I'm really looking forward to this. That is probably my biggest gripe about Alliance War overall. So I'm looking forward to the solo objectives and the leaderboards that go along with it, just for that extra new challenge. AQ is also going to be getting a bit of a facelift. This is more of a placeholder, just like Alliance War. We got Map 8 coming out a little bit later on, and new tools for officers, which is going to be helpful in planning and laying out the map. But again, like Alliance War, like I just said, more on this later. And now, a word from our sponsors. I'm just kidding. There's no sponsors. But if you could take a sec and like the video, subscribe to the channel, that helps the channel grow, and it is very much appreciated. Now, I am an arena grinder. I've been grinding arena since I started, going for champions and top prize pools. I live, breathe arena, and we have all been saying that we want a 6-star arena and a 5-star basic arena, and we have that. That's what this is right here. So starting up with the Shang-Chi arena, wait, this is going to be so insane. This is where all of my units are going to be going. So starting off with the Shang-Chi arena here coming up next week, we're going to wind up being able to go for 100 6-star prizes. The next 400 spots are going to be the 5 stars, and so on and so forth. It is limited to uncollected and above, thus the streamlining the early bit. and you can only wind up using your 4, 5, and 6-star champions. It's going to follow the same structure, but in addition to that, it's also going to have a 6-star basic arena running concurrently. So the first one is Shang-Chi, and then Falcon as the basic. The week after is Immortal Abomination, and then Mr. Negative the week following after that. So it's going to be positively insane. You can wind up picking and choosing whether you want to go for the featured champion or the basic champion. Basic champion is going to be a Sig 1 Awakening instead of 20 Sigs on the 6-star. But I do expect to have massive, huge arena cutoffs for this. But it's really exciting because at the same time, too, you can wind up targeting specific characters at higher rarities, which has been so much needed here. Now, Masteries. Masteries are going to be getting a complete facelift next year. They're going to wind up doing away with all the useless nonsense and broken stuff, namely most of the class-based stuff and, you know, the Scouter Lens, etc. Just getting rid of all that and giving it a facelift. Now, Masteries are going to be coming in 2 different parts. The 2022 stuff next year, which is, you know, your skill trees, your presets, new masteries, and new ways to play existing masteries, which is very interesting. And I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with that. It has been long needing a facelift, but more immediately is what they are calling the Relic system. And Relic is a held item. They're finally introducing not quite gears, but effectively gears into MCoC. It's going to wind up working effectively like an incursion boost light. So it's going to be a nice little boost, but a very negligible boost. So it'll give your champion an extra leg up without breaking characters. They're looking to limit the usage of these to start, just so it doesn't absolutely break the game. We'll see how it winds up playing into either alliance modes like War or AQ or whatnot, or if this is just going to wind up being either for questing or whatnot. There's still a lot up in the air with the Relic system. You can wind up tailor suiting each Relic to a specific character, but each character needs a specific Relic. If you've played Disney Mirrorverse or a lot of other RPG games like that, it's effectively like that, where you have preset slots that are tailor suited to specific characters, and you can, you know, custom tailor your character the way that you want based on these boosts as currently planned out. So it'll be fun to see how this winds up continuing to develop. You're going to need a Relic, though, for the Striker system. They hinted at this at the last roadmap, and it's where you can effectively Marvel v. Capcom tag team in some of the other people on your squad for a big razzle-dazzle special attack. They're limiting the Strikers to Relics, so you're going to need that Relic to throw Strikers. Strikers is still slated for this year for a release. Should be pretty interesting to see how it plays out, but it is still a work in progress and remains to be seen. Now for some of the etc. stuff, they're coming up with something called Alliance Raids, which may actually wind up being bases. We'll have to see how that plays. If it plays like Transformers Forged to Fight, this is going to be coming next year. So probably we'll find out more at the next roadmap, but that is on the horizon. They're going to be making 6-star Sig Stones slightly more available. They are saying here, Too Long Didn't Read, that they don't want to break the game with an overabundance of Sig Stones, but they're going to be increasing the availability of them. And the Wish Crystal is still a thing as well, presumably with the new drop rates. At some point here between now and next year, they're going to wind up reducing load times, effectively improving speed for map layout, and then a new UI. So we'll have to see how the new UI winds up playing out. The existing one is very mid-2010s, so we'll see if it gets a 2020 flavoring, and then go from there. But there we go, guys. That's the Too Long Didn't Read for the Dev Notes 2021 edition. What do you think? What are you most excited for? Let me know in the comment section. Appreciate checking that out. And if you like Too Long Didn't Reads like that, please consider liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and we'll catch you next time. I'm Robvonshoe. Take care, everybody.